because there is some continuity between some of them, which I found rather interesting. Um, you just have to wonder what the impetus was for some of these laws, and obviously was a problem in multiple places and multiple states. But I did read one from India where it is you can be punished for suicide. You might be imprisoned. Now, I have to imagine this is because they're talking about an attempted suicide, obviously not a completed suicide, but the way it reads, it does read rather funny. So I know a lot of people. Indigo, I read that one today. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You cannot fish off the back of a giraffe's neck into Lake Michigan in Chicago. The only thing I'll find it was another one that if you chain your elephant to a parking meter, you must pay the meter as if the elephant was a regular car. Now, the only thing I can think of is like when Ringling Brothers would come through town, right? That they might have animals, and that's how. Otherwise, some of these things, I'm just like, huh? Like in Alaska, there was a law about not having a kangaroo, and they're doing something with a kangaroo, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it's going to be interesting as to how you'd even have the kangaroo in the first place. But oh, goodness gracious. Now, I heard this from Florida as well, and I don't know about this homelessness issue for Florida as to whether or not that's something that's going to take place or has taken place, but um, really interesting. I think on the back of an elk, you might be able to. Let me see. Let me pull up my laws here. Some of them. So for all my Canadians out there, did you know that by law, Monday through Friday, during the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., that at least 35% of the time be playing Canadian artists? And most of them have it as 50%, but that's a voluntary thing. But at a bare minimum, now again, fact check me. If you are from any of the states or countries where I say something, all I can do is what I can do in terms of research. This is not meant to be that serious. So no, I have not gone fact checking every single one of these laws to make sure that they're on the books or still on the books or whatnot. So let me know. Hey, Seventh, how are you? Hey, Joe Della, glad you're here. Mandy, they say it's for food safety. Oh my goodness. Indigo says if you film a movie in Canada, at least 10% of your cast has to be Canadian. No shit. It's still polygamy is still legal in South Africa? Wow. Mandy, you've done a video about the weird laws? Yeah, there are some pretty strange ones out there. I found that. Now some of them make sense. Here it's illegal to run out of gas on the Autobahn, which it makes sense. If you're at a place that has no speed limit, and of course they do not want cars stopping at all for any reason. So hang on, having a little bit of an internet loading issue here today. You can't wear Winnie the Pooh t-shirts in Poland. Not quite sure why this is. Maybe it has something to do with Disney. I don't know. Now, this one I find it says men must wear Speedos on French beaches. I got to imagine that this is somebody who's just pulling the leg. I can't imagine that there is an actual law that says you have to wear one. It just doesn't seem quite right to me, but who knows? I'm going to be popping back and forth here. Hey, James, how you doing? Caucasian Sasquatch, I'm glad you're here. Noise Opera, I saw you, but I didn't actually say anything. But I'm glad you are here. You have a Polish friend. Poles have a reputation for a reason. And I can say that because I'm half Polish. Hey, Polly, how you doing?
Same here. Now, I don't know if you saw my message, but I have one really obscure, stupid law from Florida. It's a little off color, but it is actually a law that you can only make love in missionary style.
I had read that before.
It is an actual law in Florida that you can only have sex missionary style.
And please, anybody in the chat,
for the above like 18 and over, but come on, how are they even gonna know? And how boring. I just wanted to jump in with the funny one. Sorry.
Thank you. Thanks, Crystal.
And thanks, Sass, for coming, and everybody on my channel. I love you guys.
You don't have any idea what Polish people in general, the stereotypes are they're just not the brightest bulb. I can't give an example of something that my ex had done because of the way the camera is, but just not the brightest bulbs in the what are you, bulb in the container, bulb in the George? It's not the brightest bulbs. I guess I just have to. Yes, so this is another one that I had. This is another one that I had read. It's illegal to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket. First off, who has a back pocket that's big enough for an ice cream cone in general? Otherwise, I mean, I think it would just go kasmoosh, right? Now, riddle me this. This is where I find some continuity with some things. In Georgia, donkeys may not be kept in bathtubs. And you think, well, that's weird, and what a strange rule. Well, Florida, you can't keep your alligator in a bathtub. And let's see. Moving on up, it is, where else are my bathtub ones? Here we go. In Arizona, you can't keep your donkey in your bathtub either. They can't sleep in your bathtub. Specifies sleeping. So perhaps they can stand there during the day, but they just can't sleep. Here's Alaska. Kangaroos are not allowed in barbershops at any time. I don't know. Did a lot of people out in Alaska all of a sudden decide to have kangaroos as pets? I look for the impetus of some of this and go, where did it come from? In Alabama, you can't chain your alligator to a fire hydrant, which, makes sense. Firefighters need to get access to the hydrant, and they can't because they're having to wrestle an alligator that somebody has chained to a fire hydrant. Who just walks their alligator anyway?
Growing up in South Florida, I have actually seen it.
Walking an alligator?
In the glades.
Yeah.
In the glades. I have actually seen it. And there is a YouTube channel where this one guy has like this big like uh emporium where he's got alligators and stuff, and like he did a video where he brought
Yes.
his albino alligator to PetSmart and it was
Mhm.
on a leash.
Yes, I
So
have.
I have
I know the
actually
person that
seen
you're
it.
talking about in regards to that.
Yeah. But
I
I have
do.
actually seen it down in South Florida.
Um,
It was a baby, but yeah, I have seen it and it was funny as hell. Normally, my friends, when we'd go out drinking in the glades, would be stupid and try to wrestle, and I'd be sitting there with the camera, like laughing my butt off, like you're dumb. And thankfully, they never found one because we were a bunch of teenagers being stupid. But yes,
so
people
Mox says one dude has an emotional support alligator, which
rock on.
I guess if it's
Hey, I have an emotional support hedgehog, and they're spiky, but I love them.
yeah,
And
whatever
I
works
miss
for
my
that's what I was
hubby.
just gonna say, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
So I just had to jump in when you said the alligator thing because I have literally seen it
Yeah,
in
Janet
Fort
says
Lauderdale.
it's kind of interesting of an emotional support animal that can actually eat you.
Right? I mean, I also helped. We had we called her the cat lady because she had a rehab facility in my neighborhood for wild cats when they'd get injured or something, and then she'd release them. Yes, we can be wild, cock. Thank you, love you. But she literally had the permits and everything for them, but she ended up retiring because one of her rehabs actually hurt her pretty bad.
Mm,
You know, it was a panther, but it was always cool going over and helping her.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Deaudre says maybe some of these laws are put in place just to check if anyone reads the laws. Very, very true. It could be, who knows? And a lot of them I can see, being from the 1800s or whatever, and they never got, taken off the books. And where was my moose? In Arkansas, it's illegal to buy or sell blue light bulbs. I don't know about you, but the first thing that came into my mind was Kmart blue light specials. Because they must have been protecting Kmart. It's the only thing but now that Kmart's like pretty much defunct, that may just may go by the wayside. In Lodi, California, you cannot own silly string or sell it. I mean, I kind of agree with it. I hate silly string. But only because it's a pain in the butt to clean up. And if you leave it anywhere, the dye in it will soak into, paint and stuff like that, and you cannot get it out. It will absolutely not wash off. Just unbelievable. Hang on a second. Let me get somebody that's okay, in Colorado, Sterling, Colorado, so it's a city. Cats may not run loose without being fitted with a tail light. Mm. Just interesting. Oh, this one, I think most people probably, no, most people, but if you're into weird laws, you probably heard of this before. In Connecticut, a pickle is not a pickle unless it actually bounces, which be careful where you bounce it, because heaven knows I don't want to eat it afterwards. Um, in Delaware, it's illegal to get married on a dare, which, I think that's a good law. It probably stops a lot of stupid people. Just kind of a guess, but I'm thinking that it probably ends it. Hey, Brazy, how you doing? What did you walk into? You walked into stupid, stupid, stupid laws, or interesting laws, we should say. Holy moly. Jess says, news flash, CBC News in Canada has reported that a shark in an aquarium tank, it had a baby shark with no male shark in the tank. It's called parthenogenesis. It's more common than you think. So they must have male and female sex organs to have been able to do that. Wow. Hey, Jimena, how are you? That's really. I read a story about this fish, and it was a giant sunfish, and the aquarium shut down, and for people who couldn't come, people couldn't come into the aquarium and stuff. And I don't know if it was permanent or it was during COVID or whatnot. And it was really depressed. Like they thought it was going to die. It was so depressed. This fish was depressed. And they ended up taping life-size cutouts of people to the tank walls. And it perked up. And I just think that's so sweet. Oh, I just think that that's absolutely hilarious. Hey, David, how you doing? How is the launch coming? He's got 2 more weeks until he hits go with the launch. We are going through some strange laws. Let's look to his state of Ohio. Let's see what we can pull up from Ohio. Let's see. It's against the law to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license. I guess you need to, I got nothing. I got nothing. It's legal in Ohio to throw a snake at someone, but it is illegal, not legal to shake a snake at someone. So you can throw it at them, but you may not shake it at them. Go figure out that one. Who knows? Oh my goodness. In Marion, Ohio, you cannot eat a donut and walk backwards on a city street. Apparently, you can eat your donut forwards. I'm assuming you could probably eat a bagel going backwards, but just not a donut. And you may not parade your goose down Main Street in McDonald, Ohio. So there are some weird Ohio laws. Those are just for you, David. Let's see. Who else do we have? Yes, because shaking anchors. Like throwing the snake doesn't, right? I mean, well, the state you're residing. 7 says it's a crime for dogs to mate within 500 yards of a church in Los Angeles. Who's going around stopping them? That's what I want to know. Oh my goodness. All right, I know some states of some of you guys, so let's check some of our news. Let's check some of our New Yorks. Now, I cannot believe that this is still on the books. It says you can get leveled a $25 fine for flirting in New York. I call BS on that one. In Carmel, New York, you cannot go out. A man cannot go outside wearing a jacket and pants that do not match. I'm assuming this harkens back to the days when most men went outside wearing suits. Apparently, if you're a woman, go ahead and wear that plaid and polka dot together. Absolutely allowed. Okay, see here again, donkeys are not allowed to sleep in bathtubs in Brooklyn, New York. What is it about donkeys and bathtubs? If someone can find out, Google this and find out where this came from, why so many states have laws against donkeys and bathtubs. Was this an epidemic? People they didn't have stalls, and so they were housing them in their bathtubs? I just don't understand. I don't understand. In New York, slippers are not to be worn after 10 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of when I'm wearing my slippers the most is at night. I don't understand that. So it'd be interesting to see if some of these New York ones are still on the books. This is Staten Island. You may only water your lawn if the hose is held in your hand. So obviously automatic sprinklers would be out. While riding in an elevator, one must talk to no one and fold his hands while looking towards the door. This is in New York. Doesn't say that you get a fine or that it's illegal or anything. I think this is just good etiquette in general. I mean, are you an elevator talker? And there's some people, it doesn't matter where they are. My ex-best friend, it did not matter where she was. She would start talking to whoever's around her. The grocery store in line, standing at the post office. It did not matter where. Are you an elevator talker? Will you talk to whoever's in the elevator? Or do you kind of mind your business and just, quietly wait for your floor? Crystal says that she is. She's a talker there. Maybe people were putting their donkeys in the bathtub to clean them. It's as good as reason as any. I don't know. Let's see. I do have some more international ones. Unfortunately, if you wanted to ride a cow in Scotland, you may. You just may not ride your cow drunk. So you do need to own more than 2 cows in, where was it? I think Arizona, before you can wear cowboy boots. I think that's kind of where their level was of being a cowboy. I have no idea. Let's see. Now, this is in Denmark. You may not wear a mask. And what they're talking about is like a full face mask of something, like an alligator mask or a unicorn, or I don't know, maybe even, a fake rubber mask of some sort. Not these types of masks. Now, it was to properly, apparently this went into effect in August. Oh, this one actually has some information on it. It went into effect 2018, August, to properly identify people. And this included helmets, scarves, hats, fake beards, and even burqas. Now, it'd be interesting to see what happened with COVID. What did they do? Did they then allow just the face mask because that's what you're supposed to be doing? I don't know. See this? This says by Slim. You're not here today, but this one's for you. North Carolina, if a man and a woman walk into a hotel, request to share a room and register, and their names are on the room, you are considered married. Oh my goodness gracious me. Cosmic, it says it's illegal to fly a kite in Victoria, Australia. Tell me that cannot be true. It's also illegal to fly a kite in Buenos Aires? What's up with you kite haters?
Right? I love flying kites. It was a lot of fun. I just looked up one that I am so floored by. In Connecticut, did you know that pickles must bounce?
Yes, you weren't listening to me 5 minutes ago, Crystal.
No, I was outside. Sorry. Or no whistling for a lost canary in Berkeley, California.
Let's see. What
No toy
school was
cars
your
or Power Wheels in Ohio. Oh, on the road. No, that actually makes sense. That
on
because
the
kids can get
road?
hurt.
There I can see.
Yeah, that one actually does make sense. So that's not a dumb law. That one, when it comes to little ones, it actually does make sense. So
Now,
I think that should be removed from the dumb law list.
one of you in the chat said something about you had people who were boxing a kangaroo or something in a bar or whatever. It better not have been in Oregon. In Myrtle Creek, Oregon, one may not box with a kangaroo. Nor may you may not whistle underwater.
Huh. Now, did
So
we cover the age of drinking in Wisconsin one?
no, I haven't gotten to the W's on my list.
Okay. Can I just say this one because I completely disagree with it, and then I'm gonna run away. In
Go ahead.
Wisconsin, you can drink alcohol in a bar at any age as long as a parent can see you.
Yeah, I think
See,
that
at home, a glass of wine, being from a Polish family, you know, at Christmas we were allowed, depending our age, a sip of wine. You know, when I was little, it was a sip, and
right.
as I got older, the glass got fuller. Once I hit about 14, it was whatever, as long as you're home. You know, but in a bar like that, I don't. That's way no. But then again, in Europe, over the age of, I think it's 11, you're allowed to drink in certain countries. So I know in Germany and things like that. So I guess I don't know.
Okay, squirrel. My pot roast is smelling really, really good right now.
Yum.
It just made it up to the third floor.
Yummy. I can't say much. I'm really looking forward to my ramen that Matt's bringing me home. He's going to be
David,
home soon.
you wish you were here right now. This
I
pot roast is going to be the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it is. Alcohol is it's way too young. Way too
young.
yeah,
no, that's why I said I was allowed a sip of wine for, like, you know, celebratory stuff. You know, my parents didn't let me get drunk or anything.
Right. West Virginia, it's unlawful for chickens to lay eggs before 8 a.m.
How can you control that? That's funny. Anyway, love you guys.
See ya. So in Wisconsin, it's illegal to cut a woman's hair or kiss on the train. Now, I 100% agree with this. You know, you shouldn't be walking up to women and cutting their hair anywhere. That they have a specific law for it on the train is interesting. But this, it's got to, Lord only knows when this is from. After Wisconsin again, after 3 a.m., you have to send a rocket signal in the air after every mile that you drive. So this tells, I gotta say, this has got to be 1800s, right? Before you actually had cars, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. In Wyoming, you may not take a picture of rabbit in the month of June. Apparently, every other month is okay, but they're protected in June. Not quite sure why, but that's Wyoming. Washington State, no lollipops. Now, I wonder if they have for like their THC lollipops and stuff, because I know they sell those in the stores and stuff in the dispensaries like all the time. And Washington has like a gazillion dispensaries, but maybe they make it in everything except lollipops. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Birds have the right of way on highways in Utah. I mean, I'd give it to them if I could. I always try. I mean, because I certainly don't want them, into my car, because it just causes more problems for me, right? Oh my gosh. You may not be shirtless in Barcelona. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that one. I'm trying to find, Jimena, I was trying to find something from Mexico for you, but I'm not finding anything. You can't dance in the dark after midnight in Japan. Okay, those are my stupid story ones. Um, I do have a pet one. Hey, Slim, did you hear my North Carolina stupid laws? Those were just for you. Anybody else sneak in on me? I'm just going back up in the chat real quick. Nope, I don't think so. Trains move too much. Women used to use their hat pins to stab men who tried it on trains. Hey, I'm behind them. I'm 100% behind them. And those hat pins are no joke. I don't know if you guys have ever seen hat pins, but they're substantial. Definitely do some damage. All right. I want to share my screen with you. Actually, I'm going to, so I don't have to share. I have one other announcement, guys. My other big announcement. And I'll probably announce it in a few different ones, a few different lives, just because of the crowd. I know we're down in numbers right now. But I'll put this up for you guys. Hang on a second. I have been honored with a nomination for one of the Women Changing the World Awards through the, I got to get her name right. It is Terrere. Terrere Trent. And Trent International is their company. So these are international awards that are given in a bunch of different categories. And someone thought enough of Surviving Together and the work that we're doing here to throw my name in for a nomination for it. So I'm incredibly honored. I was floored, and it makes me smile. So we're going to be putting this up on a post as well, and I'll probably start out with this next time that I go live. So that was along with the flu, I got this week. So I guess the good and the bad were fighting each other with this, but there's a nominee process they have to go through, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to make it through all of that. There's some fees involved because the nominee fees help pay for a lot of the work, the international work that they do, the philanthropic work that the Trent International does. So we'll see where it goes. I don't even care if it doesn't go anywhere. If I don't, get through the nomination process. I was just absolutely honored that somebody thought enough to throw my name in the hat for this. So I had to share that with you because I wouldn't have been able to be nominated for this if you guys weren't here helping create this space. I am just the host. I just open the space. You guys make it what it is. And so this SaaS community is doing wonderful things. And through partnering, with Crystal, with getting into her LinkedIn and kind of getting the word out with Surviving Together into, different areas, you guys sharing with friends, whether it's actually sharing the channel or just sharing the ideas, saying, hey, I know you struggled with this trauma or that trauma. You might want to check out this channel. And it means the absolute world to me that you guys have done that, and that this continues to grow. We're growing very slowly, but that's okay because I know so much about each of you. Um, it really is family, and it really is a community, and you guys make it what it is. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, because this nomination would not have been possible without you guys.
Cool. Now I know 2 people nominated back to this. You and Jen Lynn. That's pretty awesome.
That is fabulous.
You're in good company, And the reason I jumped up is because I figured you were kind of winding down, and since we are streaming to my LinkedIn, I did want to just say thank you guys for supporting for Team Replay. Please connect with Mac. I did tag her on the post on LinkedIn so that you can connect with her. In the comments, I will post the email if you are interested in participating in the project with us. And I love you guys. You are all very amazing people. And thank you for your support on my YouTube channel, on Mac's YouTube channel, and on LinkedIn. You guys are all amazing, and I love you. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Crystal. I really appreciate it. I have one thing that I wanted to share with you. Stop that screen, because this one made me laugh. So, funny pets. If you guys can see this one. Let me get him. The cat now. This one, it's the next one, I think, that just absolutely floored me. Yeah, this. Now, for one, I want to know what kind of dog that is, because he's absolutely adorable. He looks like a little teddy bear. I don't know if you can see his little tongue sticking out, but oh my gosh, here he is on the floor, just totally passed out, covered in strawberry jam. Excuse me. That's actually the one that killed me with it. So the last little bit of funny that I have for you guys today is someone actually decided and hired somebody to create a website. And this is going back a number of years, so it is defunct now, but hireahitman.net. And he hired somebody to actually create this website for him. So if you needed a hitman, and believe it or not, he had many takers. Now, I don't think he ever really intended on taking the life of anybody, because what would happen is he would charge somebody a certain fee to knock off somebody else, but then he would go to the person who was supposed to be the victim and say, hey, if you pay me the remainder of what the hit price was supposed to be, then there won't be a hit. Needless to say, he was caught fairly quickly. But I was just amazed at the amount of people that actually did respond to try and have this done. Hitman for Hire. I'm sorry. Hitmanforhire.net. So he was taken down, but he actually they found in his history, he did Google searches on how to be a hitman, because he really didn't have a clue as to why he thought that this was going to be, like the way to go. I'm not really sure. I don't know where you are sitting in your life when you kind of go, I think maybe I'll be a hitman. I think maybe that's my next career move. That might be something good. Yeah, it was, and actually there's another site, Rent a Hitman, and somebody bought actually has that here, let me, yeah, rentahitman.com. And it
Nice.
was
That's my
started,
new profession. Rent me, guys. Rent me.
well, it was started as a spoof thing.
Yeah.
The
But
person who
wow.
did the Rent Us, this is another one. This is a separate one.
So
And
I
the
just
guy
wanted to jump in. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna be a Reddit hitman. Yes.
just deciding to jump into that category.
Let's-
Well, the person who has the Rent a Hitman domain has actually, was doing it as a spoof, but he would be getting serious inquiries. And so he's partnered with the police and has potentially saved numerous lives. And there's been many, many prosecutions based on people who have contacted him. Just pretty interesting. I wanted to say what he said on his website. Oh, it must have been a different one that I was doing. But he had on the Hire a Hitman guy. He shoot, I can't find it. But what his verbiage was, some of his verbiage actually in terms of on his website and in his advertising was just absolutely ridiculous. Need somebody whacked off, or divorce too expensive, or what? I mean, it's just you need a pig farm and a bone saw if you were going to be a hitman. That is Ray, Canadian dude, the pig farmer, Ray Pickering, Pickman. He shoot, I think it was in British Columbia, and he was yeah, he prostitutes down on Skid Row mostly were his victims, and he got away with it for Picton. Yes. Hey Tommy, how you doing? That he got away with it for years and years and years because he left no evidence, right? Left no evidence. And was just creepy looking man too. Just I mean, you want to talk about serial killers? Yikes! Tommy, I did some stupid laws from New York. You would have to fact check me to see whether they were actually true or not. If they're actually still on the books, they definitely. Yeah, pigs are a very good way of getting rid of evidence. I'll tell you, they definitely will eat absolutely anything. There was someone on the Silk Road who pretended to be a hitman, Deaudrey, and string them along for more and more money. Yeah, I got to imagine it wasn't the guy's end goal to actually, although he did manufacture some ricin, from castor beans. You can make ricin, which is a poison, and they did find some in his garage, and in a contact lens case. He was going to Willie Picton. Yep, targeted sex, Lower East Side of Vancouver. Okay, so it was British Columbia. Yeah. Exactly. They were women that the police really considered kind of throwaway women. Most of them were drug addicts and prostitutes. People didn't even notice that they were missing. And it was their friends on Skid Row who were noticing that the women were going missing, and kind of forming communities and going, hey, and I forget how it all played out as to how he was caught. But I mean, they used to have huge parties on the farm as well, I guess. And it's kind of a bizarre story. Sorry, just kind of getting up here. All right. Well, guys, I think that was about it that I had gotten prepared in terms of. Normally I have a bunch of memes. I didn't pull memes today. Today was about the best day that I was feeling. Oh, I did have one more thing to show you. And I'll share this screen with you. So you kind of got whatever I could do today in terms of research because of how I have been feeling. But I came across this, and I always find this interesting. So people who look like their pets, and some of these, as you can see, they're very artistic. And there is a gentleman who actually does these. And, they have the makeup. Hey, Bleak, how are you doing? Actually has, dresses the people up, so that they look even more like their pets. And I don't know if it's those are actually their pets, or if they choose pets to go along with the person. I'm not sure. In some of these, you can see how people actually, totally, it's probably their pet. Then these artistic ones, I mean, they're adorable. They're absolutely adorable. I mean, I love how they choose the outfits and then do the hair. This one kills me. This one is so good right here. They have done her hair up and got them in colors. I like Branson. This one, I think they were just choosing for, but this is another one. Yeah, Gerard Gething, I think is the last name. This is adorable. Absolutely adorable. So anyway, I was scrolling through some of these. This is, I think, that dog, because the ears look similar. The one with the jam. And I don't know what kind of dog it is. It's a really, really thick but short hair dog. This one with the person, I don't know if they're actually a priest or if they're just dressing like it for the photo, but it's really, I mean, it's really good. What do you think, guys? Any of you guys think you look like your pets? Or do you have anybody who you have known who looks like their pet? I think the closest we would have to come would be an Irish setter that we had, and my mom had long, deep auburn hair, and the dog actually blended into her hair when we first got the puppy. Their hair, they were so close. But the Irish setter gets this, these kind of wings of hair that come off. My mom had this long, long hair, and they looked fairly similar. But other than that, I don't know that I've ever met one in person where I went, oh my God, you look exactly like your dog. Have you ever been at the vet and seen this? whether it's a cat or a dog or anything. I haven't. Um, Thank you for throwing this up again. This is a link here to Body Illusions channel. If you guys could throw up a comment in her community tab, just throwing her some threes or sending her some well wishes. If you didn't hear, she is she's in the hospital. She's not doing so great. So I want to send her some healing prayers and some well wishes. We don't know exactly where her trajectory is going to take or what the next step is at this point in time. So I'm sure if there's more information to be revealed, we will in time for you guys. Anything else that I wanted to say? Remind you, either today or tomorrow, I will get up a community post about the clothesline project. Make sure that my email is there. If you send a submission, please put clothesline project in the email so that I know that it's directed towards that and I can put it in my folder. And February 23rd at 11 a.m. If you can make it, save the date. It's going to be our first crafting day. If you want to craft a t-shirt along with us, please keep in mind that you don't have to actually make a t-shirt, like a physical t-shirt. You could do one virtually online, however you create, whether it's with Canva or some other program, and you want to pull a t-shirt up that way and do something. Send a picture and send the file in. That's fine too. If you want to do a video clip, if you have something to say along with your shirt, either showing your shirt or wearing your shirt, you've got something to say, you have a poem, whatever the case may be, video clips are fine as well. Just please keep it to no more than 30 seconds. We don't want to get, when we put everything together, we don't want to have to do a lot of editing. So yeah, keep it under 30 seconds if you can. If you have any questions about the project, please give me a holler. My email, I'll throw up here again before we go. survivingtogether, sass@gmail.com. And you can feel free to email me, whether it's about the clothesline project or whether it's about anything else. If you have any questions, if you're dealing with something, you're looking for resources, whatever the situation, I'll do whatever I can to help, even if that, helping is finding you the resources you need so that, you can deal with whatever it is that's in front of you. I think that's about it. I think if there's anything else no, just this pot roast is smelling really, really good, guys. I'm looking forward to it. It's been in, let's see, 1:45. It's been in, I think, it's got a couple more hours. Ooh, that's going to be tough. It's got a couple more hours.
Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Saya on LinkedIn and tell her how much you and I both appreciate it. She streamed to all of her channels as well. And said great live and is looking forward to getting to know you better. I got that message on LinkedIn. And guys, on LinkedIn, I will also be posting that email in the comments on the link, so that if you do want to participate, like we said, just send an email. If you have any questions, everybody knows how to get a hold of me, guys. So I love you guys once again, and thank you. And Body, if you're watching on replay team, we are all sending you a lot of love and healing energy. You are missed today, and we are thinking of you. We do love you a lot. And I have my
thoughts and prayers, because Body actually was supposed to be up here on the panel with me today. And so it's timing. But I wish her the best.
And like Mac was saying about her pot roast, my Naruto ramen just got here, so I'm going to stuff my face.
There you go.
So
I'll be
I love you
stuffing it
guys.
this.
Thank you for supporting on my channel on Surviving Together, and on LinkedIn. You are all amazing community. Let's pull together and keep going and keep growing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's fabulous. Thank you all for being here today. I really, really appreciate it. As I say, always, I'm honored that you guys choose to be here and that you're making this the space that it is for everybody. Please remember that you are worthy, you are valuable, and you are loved just the way you are for who you are. Big hugs and love from me. Mwah. I will see you Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, live. Topic to be determined. I think I'm starting a new series, but I might have one other topic to sneak in before then, and that's why it's still to be determined. But I'll be putting up a thumbnail here within the next couple of days and be looking for that community post regarding the clothesline project. So we'll see you guys later. Mwah. Have a great weekend. Bye.